Mocha family, I just made the worst newbie mistake. I don't even know. I don't even have an excuse for myself. I just got back from the post office because I went to return some of the curriculum that I ordered from Heart of Dakota. And I said in the video, my last video with the unboxing of the Heart of Dakota curriculum, that I ordered everything just to get a sense of the program in the way that they intended to put it together. And in the past, when I've ordered stuff, I've had a company that refunded shipping costs. And it does say right on the website that they don't refund shipping. And so I can order as much as I want, and I have 30 days to return everything and get a full refund on what I paid, but I have to pay for shipping. And these books, some of these books are heavy. This is a hard-covered textbook, but I decided to do it anyway because one of the biggest tips that I could give you, especially if you're just starting out, is that you will have more longevity with your program if you make it your own. I know when you order the teacher's manual, it looks like they're telling you that this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you have to do. These are all of the resources that you have to use, and you will fail your child somehow, or the curriculum police is gonna come and take you away if you don't do everything that's laid out in this curriculum. But if there's one thing that I've learned from working all of these years with my kids and homeschooling them, is that really what the curriculum is offering you is a buffet. And just like in real life, you wouldn't try to pile everything in the buffet on your plate, and there may even be items that you're allergic to that you can't consume, that you wouldn't dream of consuming. You really have to think of the curriculum the same way. Even the order in which they suggest that you do things, you don't have to follow that path. Make it your own. There are some things that we'll be doing during the regular morning time, and then there are other things, things like independent reading, things like projects that maybe we can put here and there in the afternoon after they're done with the structured school day, or maybe the read aloud will be a bedtime story. What I decided to return from Heart of Dakota is the Philippians workbook. There's a Philippians workbook that's part of their Bible curriculum. And we do Bible through community Bible study, and we have our own curriculum that we're already doing with them. So I found that to be redundant. And even though it looks wonderful, and this has been what has gotten me in the past, it looks wonderful. Even if we're not using it right now, I'm sure there'll be a use for it. I could use this during Christmas break. I could use this during summer break. I could use this during Easter break. Let me just keep it. I returned the rod and staff, and this is the second grade rod and staff. I have a lot of rod and staff in my house because it's an inexpensive curriculum. It's very thorough, and it does a decent job of explaining things. But the structure, at least as far as I understand it, is much more of a traditional structure, kind of like what you would see in a private school or a public school or an online school, where the teacher does a lecture to teach the material to the student, and then the student practices whatever they've learned. And then the teacher goes back and corrects the work. And that's wonderful, but I have found that to be a difficult structure to do if you can't combine kids. And my kids are spread 3 to 4 years apart, and some of them are more advanced than what their natural age would put them. And so there's a big gap between my kids as far as what level I need to be working with them. So that means that I have to go around lecturing each kid in a number of subjects. And while I love lecturing and I think it's wonderful, I burn out very quickly trying to do that, and it's very time consuming. I prefer a situation where the facts and the the lesson that they have to learn is laid out very simply and very briefly, and they just read through that on their own, and then they practice whatever they need to practice. And I function more like a tutor. If they don't understand, I can see it through the work that they're doing, or they can ask me a question and I could focus on that small aspect of the lesson. I was really tempted to keep this, especially because there's really good information in here. And I thought to myself, even if I don't use this to teach language arts, this is an awesome reference. It really explains these concepts really well. Then I realized I really understand these concepts already on my own. And there are other ways that I could use that as support. I mean, I could go on YouTube. There are websites. I could even use the library as a resource for support. So, I don't have to purchase something or keep something just to be a reference, and I'm not using it now. So that's it for this video. Let me know in the description box down below if anyone else has made this mistake, or what other tips you could offer up front to help people to make a good choice with their curriculum and to avoid burnout. Be blessed.